What's good? My name is Omar and I was able to lose 80 plus pounds within a year, and I make these videos so that you can do the same and lose much more, much faster. I'll be discussing about the schedules that I optimize for pure weight loss during when I had school, college, and a summer job. First, I'll be discussing the schedule I had for when I had a summer job. So in my summer job, it was random as hell. Like, I didn't know when my shift was going to be. My shift was either going to be from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. or 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m. I didn't have a consistent schedule, but most of the time my schedule was from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. and I would get home and like get to bed and everything, after showering and eating around 2:30 a.m. At the time, I was sleep depriving myself. I wanted to accomplish a whole bunch of desires. I wanted to learn calisthenics, meal prep, read a book, increase social skills, and so much more, like recording videos and all that stuff. So I thought the best plan of action was to sleep deprive myself and sleep only 3 to 5 hours. So I would wake up really early, even though I went to sleep at like 2:30 a.m. and then try to accomplish all these tasks. But I wasn't getting nothing done. I was doing the task, but I was not doing it efficiently. I was just so sleep deprived, and at the time I didn't even think about using coffee or whatever, so I didn't have the energy for nothing, and I hated my life. It was only until I started implementing a bunch of tactics and getting more sleep, of course, in which I was able to make faster progress in my goals. Some of the tactics that I used was scheduling my day. What I would do was I'll plan my day beforehand, once I'm about to go to sleep and everything like that, and just follow it. I put myself in a pilot versus plane situation. Pilot versus plane is when, in an airplane, when you're piloting the airplane, you are controlling where it's going to go. And a plane is just following directions. So when you're scheduling a day, be the pilot, determine what you're going to do the next day. And then the next day when it comes, just simply be in the plane, where you're just doing what yesterday you was thinking. Because that's the most logical form of you. The way to make better decisions is to make it based on logic. You saw the situation, you weighed the cons and pros, and then you made a decision determined on that. It's only a bad decision when you let your emotions get in the way. And it's not really your fault. Your brain is literally programmed to respond to your emotions first, then your logic, and then reasoning. So in order to improve this, you just have to allow your emotions to pass, to be the first responder, but just ultimately focus on the rational thinking. I learned this tactic and much more that really helped me be efficient with my time that I have in my ebook. So if you find yourself struggling with time, having to sleep deprive yourself, I want all these things in your life, but you just have so much to do, so you can't really focus on it, I have this ebook in which I give you actionable steps that you can implement and employ into your life and actually see some progress. So if you want to go ahead and get into meal prepping, I'll talk about how to make fast meals so that you can have time to make the meals, eat it, and then do all the other stuff. And let's just say this day is very busy for you, but you still want to get a workout in. I give a workout template on a fast workout that's effective that you can do in 30 minutes. Also, if you're starting to find yourself struggling with all these things that you got in your life and you just feel like you want to quit, I'll talk about how to avoid burnout. So if that sounds interesting, go to my IG, Instagram, and send me the word fitness, and I'll send you the ebook completely for free. This will be worth your time. Many of these tactics really save me so much time and so much mental bandwidth, in which I was able to put into the things I wanted to do and actually be efficient with it. But ultimately, just for an example of an optimized schedule for pure weight loss with a job would be get 8+ hours of sleep. The only times you want to be limiting your sleep is if you're on a sleep restriction therapy, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. Then I will fast for 4 hours, intermittent fast. That's where you don't eat anything, but you can drink water. That's so that I can save calories for the later days, for a later part of the day, and eat more at lunch and dinner. Then once I eat lunch, I'll head over to the gym, get my workout done, come back, and then handle any errands I have. or any task I want to get rid of. Then I'll walk to my job, do my job and everything, come back, shower and eat. But during my job, when I'm taking a break, I'll be completing tasks like reading a book, for example. I'll read a book, or I'll be eating the meal prep that I made earlier that week. And usually I meal prepped on the days I didn't have work. Then come back home, shower, plan my day, eat, and then go to bed, and then wake up 8+ hours later. Now, here's how I'll schedule my day if I had school, like high school, where you gotta go to a 9 to 5 basically, but just 7 to 2 or 7 to 1, something like that. Yeah, it was mad long ago. Like, I'm an old hat now, so I don't really remember like that. What I used to do was I'll wake up at 7 a.m. and then not eat anything and just walk to school. My school was an hour and 45 minutes walking distance, and I would just walk that whole way blasting music in my ears. Of course, I got there, really late, and I was very tired, so I didn't even pay attention. But I wouldn't eat anything at lunch, and then I would just take the train back home and walk 45 minutes back home. And once I got back home, I'll eat a meal prep meal that I made earlier that week. But it was very small, like it was in a small container. It had brown rice, grilled chicken, and then mixed vegetables. I didn't really know about, calories and all that stuff, and I thought seasoning was extra calories. So I'll eat that, and then I'll just lay in bed watching anime until my next meal came, dinner. I'll eat dinner, and then right after that, I'll complete a workout. I'll use the dumbbells I had and do some workouts. How I would change that now, I would schedule my day for pure weight loss if I had school is, first, I would not sleep deprive myself like I was doing earlier. I was on bed scrolling on TikTok. I didn't know about, not doing that stuff. Here's what I would do if I was able to go back in time and schedule my day for pure weight loss during school. So I'll get my 8+ hours of sleep and then wake up around 6 or 5, making sure I got time. And then I'll wake up and eat a meal which has more fats so that I have energy to sustain me through my school time. And then what I do instead is I would just walk to the train and just take the train to school. The reason why is because I know that you in school may not be able to just be tired in school and actually not pay attention. You most likely have to pay attention and then actually study and stuff like that. So I would rather you, accomplish your school goals rather than trying to walk all that distance before school and then be tired and then have your grades suffer because of that. At the time, I didn't really care what happened to my grades. So I'll walk to the train and then take the train to the school. And then I'll actually pay attention. Well, at the time I didn't have to pay attention, but you might have to pay attention. And then at lunch, I have a small snack like nuts. Pause. I walk back home, eat more fats. I always take a shower and everything like that. But eat more fats so that I can sustain me through the day until dinner. And then instead of laying there and watching anime and stuff, I actually do something productive. At the time, I wanted to learn more about YouTube, so I'll do some YouTube research and I'll be making YouTube videos and stuff like that. But however, for you may need to study, so go ahead and get them grades. Then instead of eating first, I would work out first, do some workouts with the dumbbells, and then eat right after. Just mostly protein and fats. And that's how I schedule my day for pure weight loss if I was back at school. Here's how I would schedule my day for weight loss during college. So back in the day in college, I had a whole morning routine. I was on self-improvement. I'll be meditating and then gratitude journaling. But then I'll do some push-ups. At the time, I wanted to increase my push-ups. So I'll do 5 sets of push-ups throughout the day and then increase it by 1 rep every week. So I'll do the push-ups and I want to, improve my core. Get some abs, but I wanted to improve my core because I noticed that it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I did some leg raises, some sit-ups, and then right after, I will go ahead and read. I wanted to read more. I was reading a book, I believe it was called How to Break Habits, How to Destroy Yourself and Create a New One, something like that. Right after, I'll go to the dining hall and eat a whole bunch of eggs and waffles. I wouldn't really eat the waffles now, especially because I had syrup, but instead I'll possibly just eat the potatoes or any other protein option they had. Then I'll go to the gym immediately and hit legs, and it was horrible. I felt like throwing up. It was because I went immediately right after eating. The food didn't even digest yet, so it wasn't really a good time. So after class, I went ahead and ate lunch, come back to my dorm and work on my YouTube videos, then go ahead and walk to the dining hall and eat some food. It'll possibly be some rice, some chicken, some carbs and some fats and some proteins. It was like a balanced diet. I was on fat loss and everything like that, and some vegetables. Come back and then go ahead and study for my classes, and that was my routine. Oh yeah, then sleep. That was my routine. Now it may seem like the best schedule for weight loss. How can this be wrong? The problem was that I was alone from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. And what do you think happens when you're lonely? Your mental health decreases. What happens when your mental health decreases? You start picking up bad habits because you intentionally want to raise it back up. And those bad habits raise your dopamine immediately. They raise your dopamine in the beginning. But what happens when you do a bad habit and your dopamine goes up? It goes down, but not back to where it was. It goes even further down. So now you feel even worse. So your mental health is just declining. And what are the bad habits that we do to try to bring it back up? Well, I'm gonna just name one that was affecting me really badly. Binge eating. I'll go ahead and eat like a whole bunch of bread, put peanut butter on it, and they eat it with a combo like that. And I was just depressed. So instead, what I'll do to change that is something similar with the whole schedule. Wake up, do the morning routine. Instead of going to the gym at 1 p.m., I'll go to the gym later on around 5 p.m. so that at 8 and I have time for the food to digest it and go ahead and hit a workout. But the most important was just hang out with some friends at the dining hall around dinner, lunch, or breakfast. Really put myself out there and start talking with people and just have a whole better life. That's how I changed what I did. By the way, I have this ebook in which I give you actionable steps to stay consistent to your goals. Also, I have fast meals that you can make in under 20 minutes. Workouts that you can do within 30 minutes if you're low on time. And I speak about how to avoid burnout if you just feel so stressed. If you want a copy, go ahead and send me a DM on IG, Instagram, fitness. Send that to my Instagram and I'll send you the ebook completely for free. No charge at all. And with that being said, always take it one step at a time, because you may never know where that one step may lead you.